to all of you on this late Sunday afternoon. Victory earlier today for TS Galaxy over Cape Town City. This is the final game of this intriguing Betway Premiership weekend. Stanton Fredericks alongside me as our expert analyst. A busy week now for Mamelodi Sundowns. They've got 14 games, by the way, coming up before the next international window. A tough period for the champions and a tough opponent today in Golden Arrows.
And this is where they're going to have to show that squad depth and rotation, and the chance of Cardoso just to get some synergy in this side as they take on this number of games in a short period of time. They mark
33 points from 12 matches for Mamelodi Sundowns. All of them wins except that one defeat against Polokwane City. Plenty changes in the lineup for today's encounter. They were fairly comfortable winners in the Cup last weekend. Just 3 players retaining their place from that particular game. Ronwen Williams, Mudenyelwa and Koza in defence. Remember, Batusi Obas and Divine Lunga both suspended for today, but we did expect that there would be hearty changes in the formation for Miguel Cardoso. Still plenty of quality, of course, on hand for Mamelodi Sundowns, and this is how they are going to line up tactically this afternoon.
Yes, 3 at the back here for Sundowns, as we see Mokoena back in the midfield, pulling the strings. Reyners will be leading the line, and just close to him will be the likes of Ribeiro, Alenda, as well as Mkulisi. 4 downs with at least 7 or 8 changes to the starting lineup. We're going to see more of that in the coming fixtures.
Golden Arrows are one of the few top flight sides to exit the Nedbank Cup in the first round, beaten by Chippa United. They've got Spinele Qele and Lungelo Dube back from suspension for today's encounter. Plus one other change from the team that lost to Chippa United. Keenan Phillips in on the right-hand side. That means Brandon Tyrone Stanton will be playing just a little further forward today. He scored a goal and an own goal in the last encounter.
And that's the versatility of the Ron. He'll slot in, as you mentioned, at the right side of the attack for Golden Arrows. Dube in the midfield there alongside Ndwandwe and Van Rooy. They'll provide stability. And between Sibia and Van Rooy, they'll spearhead that attack alongside Bongani Kele this afternoon.
Christopher Kistor from Cape Town, 41-year-old referee, is in charge. Oscar Tsotseti and Mist Sembisa Siacha on the line for today's encounter. The 2 skippers, plenty of experience between them. Gladwin Chitola with that single Bafana cap in his day. And Ronwen Williams, of course, the skipper of the national team. Miguel Cardoso is today playing his first home match in the league as a coach. And Musa Belankulu, along with Kagiso Dihajwe, the co-coaches in charge of Lamontville Golden Arrows, having taken over from Mabudi Kanyeza. A moment of silence now as we commemorate the loss of 13 South African National Defence Force soldiers in the conflict in Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo. They will be remembered throughout the weekend at all of the matches in the Betway Premiership, and this coming week as well. There's plenty of action, most of it live here on your World of Champions. But Sundowns, their eyes and focus on the immediate task ahead. Lamontville Golden Arrows, they haven't lost to them in their last 13 encounters. And indeed, there have been some heavy defeats for Arrows at the hands of Sundowns of late. 5-0 earlier this season in the Carling knockout. 2 campaigns ago, a 6-0 win led to the sacking of Leklanolo Siema as the Arrows coach. So they come in, I would reckon, with a little trepidation here, Arrows, but always a difficult side, always prepared to play and always entertaining to watch. They'll be in the white and green. Sundowns to get matters underway, attacking the goal to the right. The floodlights are on here at Lucas Moripe, but nice and sunny, I'm sure, for the first half, and we'll end this game in dark. Now, Mr. Kistor cannot hear. As long as he can see, I suppose that's a good thing for a referee. Communication problems. He can't hear, but I think he's going to get matters underway anyway. So, Sundowns, can they stretch that lead over Orlando Pirates? They would have watched the derby yesterday, hoping the Chiefs would have done them a little bit of a favour. In the end, it was the Buccaneers who won by a single goal. Pirates are up to 30 points, Sundowns on 33. This will be the 13th game of the season in the league for Mamelodi Sundowns. First positive attack here for the home side. Leave on that left-hand side. Kulise getting a rare start today. He always a quality ball playing midfielder. And neatly won by Arrows.
Mark, don't be surprised if you see the ball skidding and quick off the surface just before warm-up. I had sprinklers out at least 10 minutes just to see that ball move a little bit quicker. I'm sure that's instructions from the coach once a wet pitch.
I'd say about 2 hours before kickoff as well, they had another set of that, so it'll be nice and playable for the team. This is Pele looking to find Sabia out wide here on this left-hand side. Oh, that's lovely skill, cuts inside. Now this ball saved by Williams. I thought for a second there he was going to put the square pass in straight at Ronwen Williams, who I must say has not looked particularly comfortable over the last couple of games. That one off the chest and cleared away, but lovely skill from Sabia. We've known about his talent for a good decade now. One of the longest serving players in this Arrows lineup, along with Ndwandwe, who's in the midfield today. Kakana is the senior man at the back. Modiba cutting inside now. Lovely little ball. Out comes Watenga. And the whistle sounds for offside against Ikram Reyners.
And that was brave defending there, keeping the line nicely. You can see how the captain Shitola just stepped up.
It was pretty tight in the end. Pitch looks in good condition. This game originally supposed to be played at Loftus Versfeld. They had a concert there last night. They'd only changed the venue a couple of days ago from Loftus here, anticipating that there would be some problems with the pitch after the concert last night, and trying to get it in the best shape possible for the big match on Saturday. Remember, Sundowns against Orlando Pirates on Saturday afternoon at Loftus. And we have heard through the grapevine, there's been no official announcement, but tickets already all sold. Full house, sold out signs are up.
That'll be a clash of first versus second.
Before that, of course, Sundowns are here on Wednesday against Supersport United. Orlando Pirates are going to trip up to Sekhukhune United. No easy task for the Buccaneers in midweek. There's lots of live action for you on Tuesday and Wednesday here on your World of Champions, and then plenty on the weekend as well. Weekend after next will be second round Nedbank Cup matches, and Mamelodi Sundowns looking forward at the end of March to resuming their Champions League campaign, along with Orlando Pirates, Stellenbosch in the African Confederation Cup. We expect the draw will be made in the next fortnight or so. Corza on the right, collected by Ribeiro. Now Allende. A little touch on fortuitous, but some exciting energy, and Watenga with a comfortable looking save at the end, but showing some good awareness. No panic there from the big Ugandan.
Brilliant tackle there, just a bit of a deflection. Made life a little bit tricky there for Watenga, but at the end, light work of it.
Kodi Sang really bringing some early energy to this game. So you would have read in the news this week that Sundowns have brought Esquivel back from Argentina. He was on loan there. They've also signed a new Argentinian centre-back, Suarez. You add Allende, Ribeiro and Arthur Sales, the striker who's not in the squad today. They have 5 South Americans now as their foreign contingent. Saavedra has obviously gone back now to Bolivia. And there's a little Latin feel about this Sundowns team these days. Of course, the Portuguese coaching staff. There you can see Sales on the left with a moon boot. That's the new Argentinian next to him, Suarez. And on the right-hand side, Keanu Cupido with the beard, signed from Cape Town City earlier this week. He's got a little bit of an injury, otherwise he might have been considered for today's encounter. Jaden Adams, of course, on the bench for today's encounter. We might get an opportunity to see the Stellenbosch man, ex-Stellenbosch man, I should say, in Sundowns colours.
Quite busy in the transfer market. Quite a few players that have left Sundowns as well, either on loan. Rashid Barouk, one of them.
Yeah, Barouk to Israel. Tevin Corsi-Lorch in the last couple of hours has been announced at Wydad Casablanca. They did a nice little video on social media for him. Lebogang Maboe has gone to Supersport United. Lesiban Koo is at Stellenbosch. Now here's Allende looking for Ribeiro. Slides the tackle, looks for the curler. That's the kind of stuff that we expect from the Brazilian. Allende with the build-up.
Excellent footwork here from Allende. Just look at a quick drop of the shoulder there. As well as Ribeiro, good awareness there. Just couldn't direct that shot on target. Brilliant stuff there from Ribeiro. Just wanted to get it around Chitolo, and Tenge watches that one fly quite closely.
Tenga needs a change of gloves. That normally happens in cricket when it gets all sweaty, but not happy with the original pair. Edward Maova is the backup goalkeeper, the Namibian who was signed from Amatux at the start of the season.
Looks like it was a new pair.
The previous pair.
Yeah, the previous one, yeah.
Go back to the old tried and tested, I should
looks
say.
like it, yeah.
That looks pretty new too. Hold up. This has got to be one of the best pitches in the country, Lucas Moripe. It's had its moments over the years. And I suppose that's true of many venues. You remember Wits was always the carpet in the old days, Mill Park, but it too at one stage was heavily criticised.
I must say, like that, it was just astonishing how we used to train on that pitch and play on that pitch. You know, it wasn't like only for matches. That's Mill Park, Mill Park Stadium. Another pitch that's always in great nick is in Polokwane, Peter Mokaba.
I like the one in Gqeberha, Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium. I think that's always looking good. Big game between Sundowns and Pirates will not be here on Saturday, rather at Loftus. They will be here, however, on Wednesday night for Supersport United. Tehran clears under a little bit of pressure. Modiba looking to get the touch and throw in over on that right-hand side with Keenan Phillips. We're going to leave it for Van Roy. Up to Trele. First season for the big man up front in Arrows colours. Then they played for JDR Stars last season in the Motsepe Foundation Championship. Just a single goal in the last campaign. Nothing yet for Arrows this season. Now Mokoena. Kakana behind him, Williams, you've got Modiba on the left-hand side, all former Supersport United players, obviously looking forward to Wednesday's derby game here. Good skill down the flank, but no way through for Mudenyewa.
And they're just trying to... Great control initially, but ball just getting away from him.
Oh, the two players combining. This is Sibia. Just backing off Causa there, giving Sibia a bit of space. Lovely little ball, and oh, that would have been classy. I think he got a little touch in the end. Tele. That's what Arrows can do on the quick transition. Lots of flair about this team. Of course, we've got Steve Compeller on the Sundowns bench. He will know so much about them from his time in charge. 2 spells at the club. Gets away from Ribeiro, taken away by Sibia. He's been very busy early on, then slips. Now Ribeiro offside. A late little run in there from Kodisang. Was a clever, but as soon as Rain has touched it.
And the one good thing about Sundowns, you could see the movement. He was onside, and it wasn't meant for Rainers there, and it was a brilliant run there.
Well, if Rainers had left it,
would have been onside. But the good thing about Sundowns is always movement ahead of the ball. Whoever's in possession, you'll always have options trying to move that defense around. Can be very dangerous on the counter.
Modiba's the man who needs a little attention here. This clash with Angelo Van Roy. Just caught him there on the follow through and on the Achilles tendon. That'll hurt. A little bit of the studs as well. Tough customer though, Aubrey Modiba. He's been in bigger wars in his time. Van Roy signed last season, of course. Speedy player down the flanks. Yet to establish himself as a regular in this team. So first corner of the game will go to the visitors. Certainly got plenty of height in there. Curled in towards Williams, who punches it away. Taron. Sibia. Damon Chitolo here on the left wing. Duandre might be a little too strong. Not a bad idea, but in the end, too much on it for Pele, the right back. Well, the left back actually was in the right back position.
They were just covering there, but just trying to get a bit of width about themselves there. Pele offering himself on the right hand side, but Sibia has been functional on the left, very tricky customer. Something that Sundowns need to be aware of. Budunyelwa following up the right hand side, leaving space for Sibia.
A little deeper on the left with Kodisang ahead of him. To use that flank regularly, as well as here on the right-hand side. Rainers on the run. Just gets away from him, Chitolo, with all those years of experience. Gladwin Chitolo, of course, last season missed only a single game for Golden Arrows. Probably his best season in the career, which started with Jomo Cosmos. Back to his goalkeeper, Watenga. Now Chitolo. Taron playing a little more central today. That's given away. Well, we're coming up for the quarter-hour mark. No serious shots yet on goal from Mamelodi Sundowns. Do we consider that a little unusual?
Yeah, rather unusual, but you can see that Golden Arrows really preparing for them, keeping it nice and compact. Not afraid to play a high line, as you could see. Just forcing Sundowns to play in front of them.
Kodisang, nice little 1-2 with Modiba, but good cover at the back from Phillips. Highly rated youngster. His career got a little stuck at Morocco Swallows last season. Trying to play in America as well in the second half of the campaign, but he's managed to find a club there. Now Modiba, good challenge again. Hit the corner flag, so we're still alive. Van Roy with the sliding tackle, and it's given away here to Ndwandwe. Now, referee says that's Sundowns ball. Finds Modiba, and then they're dropping a little bit here to collect. Koza, good pressing from Arrows, forcing the error with a little bit of pressure.
Some good defensive work there from Pele. Koza. Playing alongside Yakana.
They've got Musa Lebusa on the bench. Keegan Johannes cover for defence as well, and pretty well stocked there should they need. I mean, just listen to this bench, Stanton. Peter Shalulile, Tapelo Maseko is now back from all his injury woes. Taylor cuts inside here, looking to push it in towards Ndwandwe. Sipia has a look up to Ron. This is going to go out wide. Can we get Van Roy get past Modiba? Has he forced the corner? No, it's going to be a goal kick. So back to the bench. Keegan Johannes, who's a quality player from Supersport United. Jaden Adams, big money signing. Tashik Matthews has been excellent. Maseko and Shalulile, all of whom would certainly start at any other club on any given day.
As well as Tiwani, as well as Esquabil. But if you're going to be competing on all the fronts, that's exactly the depth and quality that's needed.
To be fair, no trophies yet this season for Mamelodi Sundowns. 2 competitions they've competed in, losing to Magesi in the Carling knockout, knocked out by Stellenbosch in the MTN8 when they lost both semi-finals. And then they just brushed off there, but Ribeiro comes back, steals it away from Sibia.
You can see on the sidelines, Miguel Cardoso not happy. Not too happy, unhappy rather, when they lose the ball, but he encourages the immediate press, the counter press. When Ribeiro loses the ball, force him and get him back as quick as possible. And you'll see Sundowns, whenever there's a misplaced pass or a loss of possession, that immediate counter press that is instilled.
Quite a lot of those long balls over the top from deep in defence in the last 48 hours. Certainly a fixture of the first half of the derby.
Took a long ball from Sesani yesterday. Diagonal ball. Brilliant. Rile Mafoken brought down in the box.
Now, the referees being called over by the 4th. They have a little chat about some of the behaviour on the benches, and there's going to be a yellow card. That is Kagiso Dikajwe, co-coach. He's had a few lunches, Les. Good challenge from Phillips, but Sundowns on the attack. Kulise. Clever little idea. Looking for Rainers. For Roy helping out. It'll be a throw-in. There's already a little antagonism between the two benches here. And I must say, the derby yesterday was also struck me was how the coaches or various members of the benches were having a bit of a go at each other. It's becoming a little more common in the local game. That's Musa Bilankulu, who is co-coach in charge at Arrows with Dikajwe. Their record so far, just that single win in 6 games against Kaizer Chiefs. They've drawn 3 and lost 2, both of them against opponents that they would have been fancy to beat, Richards Bay and then the cup game against Chippa United, and at home. It's a new coaching pair taking over from Mamelodi Kanyeza in mid-December. To Allende. Rogero Dube's pass cut out. Allende again. Up to Reyners. Support from Mokwena. He's got Pele behind him. Referee says play on. Now decides there's no advantage.
2 late tackles getting a bit physical here. Initially, Mokwena just caught from behind. Helping out in the defensive side of the game. And I think Arrows will be coming into this game thinking they could take another big scalp. 2 matches before this, they beat Kaizer Chiefs by 1 goal to 0. Always give you confidence to come up against the bigger sides and get a result.
Been a while, ever since they beat Mamelodi Sundowns. Been a tough nut for them to crack over the years. Now here's a chance. Little rush it on goal. Side netting from Kulise. And a little disappointed with his effort as well. Wouldn't have counted.
Yeah, it was very close.
Good call from Oscar Tsotsetsi, who's the linesman on the near side. Last win for Arrows over Sundowns was in 2019, just before the COVID crisis. That's how long ago that was. 3-2 win. Knox Mutizwa scored twice that day, one from the penalty spot. He's on the bench again today, back into the playing squad. He's been missing over the last couple of weeks.
They got some quality on the bench as well. Likes of Enzi Masuku. Options in creativity for Arrows.
'57 past meetings between these two sides. 33 wins for Sundowns, 11 for Arrows, so it's 3-1. There he is, Knox Mutizwa, ex-Zimbabwe international. One club man, you don't see many of those these days. Been at Golden Arrows since he arrived in South Africa, and has given them wonderful service. He's their record goal scorer, by the way, but this season being a little bit on the quiet side. Knox Mutizwa first arrived in early 2017 with over 170 matches now for Arrows. Sure, we'll see a little cameo from him later on. This is Ribeiro over the top. Is Reyners onside? Flag is up.
I'll have to see that one again.
That maybe spares his blushes a bit. That ball got away from him.
That was a very
Shatolo
close call.
might have been putting me onside.
And what he should do is, like
Never,
you said,
says Reyners.
The touch was a bit heavy, so the first thing you do is look at that linesman.
Lucas Ribeiro now. Lots of fetching and carrying from the Brazilian. Modiba on the left. Ribeiro into space.
I just got to appreciate the understanding of the midfielders of Sundowns. The minute Ribeiro comes short, Kulise will then move forward and give a balance to the side. Allende comes short, Ribeiro will stay there. So a good back and forth and understanding of spatial awareness here from Sundowns midfield.
Certainly dominating the possession stats, and eventually Kodi Sang will get the free kick here. Pele He's done well with the holding up the ball, and that's a nice little pass to get things going for Van Roy on that right. Taron in support. Phillips. Ndwandwe under some pressure. Will he get the free kick? Yes is the answer. Modiba always looks so perplexed when the calls go against him. Ndwandwe, of course, another one of these long-serving players at Arrows. That's going to be a little too strong. No, 25 minutes gone at Lucas Moripe Stadium on this early Sunday evening. Fans of both Sundowns and Pirates watching intently to see how this all unfolds. Remember, Sundowns have not drawn a single game in the league so far this season. They had a handful of draws in the group phase of the Champions League, but that's it. 11 wins and that solitary loss to Polokwane City in the league. Now, he's a real handful. It's Pele up front. Ndwandwe, is he going to get the shot in? The side's against it. And now there's perhaps too many Sundowns players around him. He'll have to settle for the corner. But there was a little window of opportunity there for Belamseni Ndwandwe.
Koza initially caught in possession of the ball there. Ndwandwe delaying. That is the threat that Arrows do pose on that counter-attack. They can be so dangerous. They've got the big man up front. Okay, we can hold it up and allow time for the likes of Van Roy and Sabia to join in that counter.
Ndwandwe with a single goal so far this league season against Galaxy last month. In a little bit of form coming into this game. Nice curling ball to the back. Gladwin Chitolo got a touch. Oh, that's a pullback on Raiders, and we will certainly see another yellow card handed out here. Well, from hero to villain goes Ndwandwe.
I knew I was going to lose that foot race. But I like the reaction from Raiders. Normally, it's a retaliation to the player. All he done was just put his hands up to the ref. Maturity shown there from the striker.
Little ball inside looking for Raiders. That's a very good cutout from Phillips. Frustration for Ribeiro, and the referee had his own agenda down on this far side, speaking to Koza and to Williams. So Sundowns with the restart. Just read that yellow card. There were no Arrows players coming into this game with a threat of suspension. In other words, none of them sitting on 3 yellows. Remember, 4 cautions and you go for a 1-match ban. But in the Sundowns team, Modiba and Kulise both on 3. Here is Modiba. Can he get the square? Looking for Ribeiro, who wins possession back with a little strength there now. In search of Modiba, he'll settle for what will be a first corner of the game for Mamelodi Sundowns.
The defense very stagnant that time, allowing Modiba for a forward, play the 1-2 and find space and time. And this is the attempted cutback. Body strength showed there, a bit of a body check from Ribeiro, winning inside the corner.
Well, he looked to mug Taron here almost with the way he came in and stole that ball. Lovely commitment there from Lucas Ribeiro, and then he decides, let's have the corner. Allende is traditionally the man to take it, and that's the case again here for Mamelodi Sundowns. He's got that naughty schoolboy look about him, hasn't he?
He does.
Kodisang will float this in to the back post, where maybe there was a half chance there for Sundowns. They'll settle for another corner. Kakano was the man on the far side. He might have had a little bit of a touch. They're in the naughty corner, those two, while he sorts something else out. Intense concentration from Phillips as he watches the big frame of Causa. He has a corner taken to the near post, perhaps a little bit low from Ribeiro, but here he comes again. Delivers a much better one this time. Well, in the end, some strong defense from Pele, back helping his defenders.
Best of corners initially, but then Ribeiro switching on. The time just not enough to pick out Rangers there.
Same corner routine, played deep. Well, that's unusual. The corner has landed up with the goalkeeper within 2 passes. Not seen that before, Stanton.
There was great pressure from Sevilla that I think forced Causa to go back to Williams.
Now Mudiba. Mokoena too close to Watenga, nicely floated in. And up for Pele. Holds off Causa here. Sevilla in support. Now they need a few more players to join in, a little bit slow in pushing forward. Sponele Pele on the left, back from suspension. Another one off the Arrows production line. This is his 4th season in the top flight. Well, they battled in their last league outing against Magesi. Took a while for Sundowns to get into that match, coming from behind for success. But all 4 league matches under their new coaching team have ended in success, and all of them away from home. Stellenbosch, Amazulu, Richards Bay and Magesi in the last one. You did hear a little bit of a sarcastic comment from the coach when he was talking to Lorato before kick-off about how nice it was to play in the league at home again.
Yeah.
And they'll be home again on Wednesday and on Saturday. Ribeiro, Mudiba, offside. I'm not sure that midweek match is a home game for them in the sense of it's Supersport United's home game, but it's at this venue which they know all too well indeed. Supersport home to Sundowns on Wednesday, and then Sundowns home to Pirates. Then they go away to Galaxy. They've got 4 games in the period of 9 days between today and next week Tuesday.
I wonder if Lebogang Mabua will be allowed.
Good question.
To play.
Good question. In the Pizza Musumani era, there was a lot of pressure on them, or they were accused of stealing the best players and keeping them from playing against other sides. And the chairman then, Patrice Motsepe, ordered that all Sundowns players on loan be allowed to play against the club. But in more recent seasons, there have been 1 or 2 cases where they've not been allowed to play. So we will see that on Wednesday. It's a really good signing if you Gavin Hunt. Lebogang Maboe, we know his qualities from his days at Maritzburg. And of course, he had that one great season with Mamelodi Sundowns where he was also used as an attacker. Supersport are going to be able to utilize him well. Pele. They went on the same wavelength, the two.
Sevilla applauds the attempt.
Well, he's the senior man in the side, Sibia, so encouraging of the youngsters. He's come through the system. He knows what it means to get support of your peers and of your senior peers. Ten minutes to the break now here in Attridgeville. Coach is getting more and more animated. I think he's thinking he's got another Magesi game on his hands here, where they need to show their strength late to come away with the points. Of course, Pirates fans will be applauding the efforts of Lamontville Golden Arrows.
Yeah, but we have to give credit to Arrows so far. Brilliant defensive display. Question is, how long can you last without possession and just defending? So Sundowns is going to have to come up with a solution or two. That could be gents warming up from. Can you believe it? Looks like something's going to happen already.
His patience has run out. The coach, Peter Shalolile, is the go-to man, obviously. Who's going to come off? We hear it's going to be Mkhulise. That might be a little unfortunate for Mkhulise. I was going to say a young man, but he is no longer a young man. For a player who, for his skill, does not get enough game time in this jam-packed quality Mamelodi Sundowns squad. And it looks as if Shalolile will be coming on for him. Well, taken off before half-time is always a little bit embarrassing for the player. I hope he gets a decent explanation from the coach. Now that's Mkhulise heading straight to the bench, gets some consolation from everybody else. There's the coach now. Well, slap on the back of the head's not really going to explain why you've been taken off. Let's see what Shalolile can do, though. Over a century of goals now. Shalolile just hunting down that record of Siyabonga Nomvete. Most goals in the PSL era. Over the top. Chance. Oh, Kodisang with the effort and an excellent save from Watenga. The Ugandan, he's a big unit, as the goalkeeper of Arrows, stretched himself wide and put his body on the line as well from close quarters.
Once again picking it up in that space. Brilliant chip there. And excellent save.
Lovely run as well from Kodisang.
Brilliantly timed there with a deft chip into the space. Lovely control. I think he was just unaware, the goalkeeper, and coach not happy.
Oh, it was well worked by Riviero. Nicely hit by Kodisang. And a flying save off the feet of Watenga. Just looking for those little probing passes through the Arrows line.
Mark, I'm just trying to think why the coach should have made that substitute. Mkhulise is maybe operating just in front of the defense, as we see. Yeah, they've just been taken out. Hele, rather. And then I think what Shalolile is going to do is, like, he would join Rainers and occupy both defenders for Golden Arrows. And that'll give a bit of space for the midfielders to start making their runs, which we immediately seen. Kodisang able to make that run in from deep.
The second Arrows man into the book is Bongani Kthele, joining Ndondo. Kodisang with a cross this time. Shalolile with the outstretched leg, and Ribeiro looking to set something up. Down he goes. Play on, says the referee. I think Watenga knows as this game progresses, it's going to be busier and busier for him, but a chance for him to impress. He's one of those lone players from Sundowns who's getting an opportunity against the mother club. Everybody except for Ronwen Williams are inside the Arrows half. Now Allende. Little chip here looking for Shalolile. Is he onside? No, he's not. Flag was up. I think Oscar Tsotsetse on this near side. He's from Ennerdale. Never been as busy as he has over the last 40 minutes or so, and I'm not sure he got that one right. In fact, I'm positive he didn't get that one right.
Yeah, that was not on. Has been on the money so far. That one is an incorrect call.
6 offside decisions already against Mamelodi Sundowns. Now, quickly taken free kick. Wasted, really. Referee says, I hadn't blown the whistle, so retake. Sundowns are saying that's ridiculous. They've had a pot shot. They've wasted the ball.
I think the ball is still rolling when he took the free kick.
It does mean, however, it was a long-range shot and landed in the back of the net and wouldn't have counted. That would have been even more controversial from Christopher Kistor. 5, make it 4 minutes to half-time, plus whatever stoppage time will be added on. No need for any. Now, Arrows have everybody inside the opposition half, except for their goalkeeper. Taron playing that out wide. Easily dealt with. Here's Reynolds. Pressure on him. Ribeiro. Really strong in the challenge, Lucas Ribeiro, and then just a little bit of a miscue. Allows Sabia to break away. This might be a chance for Arrows now. Dwandwe, I'm not sure what he was doing there. Little backheel pass. Opportunity gone begging for Golden Arrows. This is Modiba. Allende's taken his place out wide on the left. Back inside. And another ball through the middle, and the save from Shalolile, and the follow-up. That must be a penalty, and it is. Well, Peter Shalolile needed impact from the Namibian.
His quality, immediately effective there, plays on the shoulder of the defender. Some excellent runs. Last run he beat the offside, called offside this time. He's so quick sometimes, they get it wrong. Try to step up there. Brilliant directed header. The presence of mind to follow up there. A lovely ding there, and Watanga bringing him down.
Shalolile scored 7 times in his career against Golden Arrows, more than any other player in this fixture, but he is not going to take the penalty. Pointedly, he picked up the ball and gave it to Lucas Ribeiro, who is already the league's leading goal scorer with 6. Can he make it 7? Chitolo, in the meantime, giving Watanga some advice. I'm not sure what Chitolo knows about Ribeiro's penalty-taking skills, but
I like what Ribeiro's doing there. He hasn't set the ball and moved away and waiting. He's waiting for the goalkeeper to be set before he moves back. You tend to not overthink in that situation.
Lucas Ribeiro against Ishmael Watanga. Chance for Mamelodi Sundowns to take the lead just before the break. He gave the penalty away, did Watanga. Can he make amends now? Against Ribeiro. Oh, it sneaks under the body of the goalkeeper. Neatly tucked away, and the champions are in the lead. Seven for the season for Lucas Ribeiro, and I think relief is probably the instant emotion for everyone concerned.
Yeah, and the coach should be patting himself on the back there. Changed it up, introduced that man. Immediate impact for Mamelodi Sundowns. Shalolile. He knew he didn't have the angle to have a direct shot. Got to the ball before the goalkeeper, brought him down, and up steps Ribeiro. Side netting, no chance for the goalkeeper.
Just set off a little late, Watanga, with all that movement. He was going left, going right, and at split second lost Ribeiro in the back of the net. But it's Peter Shalolile's entree that has changed the dynamics here at Lucas Moripe Stadium. As ever, the evergreen Namibian playing a big part in this encounter. 2 minutes to be added on. We're here at the end of the first half. Sundowns in the lead. It's taken them just onto the break, and now Cele with a diving header. Did he get a little bit of shove in the process there? Well, he says, how about it, referee? Yellow card for the protests on the part, I think, of Manchignani. We'll have to just confirm that, but was there Khoza holding Cele there? Did the referee miss that? Should that have been an Arrows penalty? They certainly think so.
Yeah, there was a bit of a tangle there. For sure. Was it a tug or hold back there?
Well, that's a little controversy as we head towards the break. We'll have some cleverer people discuss that and debate whether it should have been or not. Not referring to you, of course, but...
Let's leave it for...
spot on in the rest.
Spot on extra time crew.
Cele was pleading at the referee. Arrows might well have been right back in this game. Sibia curled towards the back post. And Shitolo and Ndwandwe getting in each other's way. Around about 30 seconds remain here. No rush for Mamelodi Sundowns to get play back underway. Head into the change room and a chance to regroup. I'm sure the coach will be a little less animated than he might have been had the scoreline still been 0-0. I thought it was 35, Les, but I'm not sure. Well, there it is, end of the first 45 here at Lucas Moripe. Peter Shalulile winning the penalty. Lucas Ribeiro tucking it away. And the referee still dealing with the frustration of Golden Arrows, who felt they should have had a penalty. Now, Mkhulise being consoled, really, having been taken off just before the break. Thoughts from Stanton Fredericks?
Yeah, I think it was a good defensive display there from Golden Arrows, but I think the introduction of Peter Shalulile really testing that defense, adding alongside Rainers, keeping them busy, and then finding that bit of quality at the end. Just seeing Arrows go down by a goal to 0, but a valiant effort. Let's see what they can bring in the second half.
So, confirmation of the scoreline here, the final game of a busy weekend. Sundowns leading Arrows by a goal to 0. Can he make amends now? Against Ribeiro. Oh, it sneaks under the body of the goalkeeper. Neatly tucked away. And the champions are in the lead. Seven for the season for Lucas Ribeiro. And I think relief is probably the instant emotion.
Knew he didn't have the angle to have a direct shot. Got to the ball before the goalkeeper, brought him down, and up steps Ribeiro, side netting, no chance for the goalkeeper.
Just set off a little late, Watenga, with all that movement. He was going left, going right, and can he make amends now? Against Ribeiro. Oh, it sneaks under the body of the goalkeeper, neatly tucked away, and the champions are in the lead. Can he make amends now? Against Ribeiro. Oh, it sneaks under the body of the goalkeeper, neatly tucked away, and the champions are in the lead. Can he make amends now? Against Ribeiro. Oh, it sneaks under the body of the goalkeeper, neatly tucked away, and the champions are in the lead. Can he make amends now? Against Ribeiro. Oh, it sneaks under the body of the goalkeeper, neatly tucked away, and the champions are in the lead. Seven for the season. Away did Watenga. Can he make amends now? Against Ribeiro. Oh, it sneaks under the body of the goalkeeper, neatly tucked away, and the champions are now. Against Ribeiro. Oh, it sneaks under the body of the goalkeeper, neatly tucked away, and the champions are in the lead. Now. Against Ribeiro. Oh, it sneaks under the body of the goalkeeper, neatly tucked away, and the champions are in the lead. Now Allende. Touch on fortuitous, but some exciting energy, and Watenga with a comfortable looking save at the end, but showing some panic there from the big Ugandan.
Brilliant tackle there, just a bit of a deflection. Made life a little bit tricky there for Watenga, but at the end, light work of it.
Kodi-Sang really bringing now Allende. Touch on fortuitous, but some exciting energy, and Watenga with a comfortable looking save at the end, but showing some exciting energy, and Watenga with a comfortable looking save at the end, but showing some now Allende. Touch on fortuitous, but some exciting energy, and Watenga with a comfortable looking save at the end, but showing some now Allende. Touch on fortuitous, but some exciting energy, and Watenga with a comfortable looking save at the end. A warm welcome, everyone, back here to Attridgeville. Sun's beginning to set. Beautiful evening in the nation's capital. Sundowns leading Arrows by that single goal. Lucas Ribeiro converting the penalty just before the break. The Lamontville Golden Arrows might well have had one themselves shortly thereafter, but turned down by the referee, much to the disgust of the visiting side, who felt they should have also had a spot kick before the break. So as things stand now, Sundowns will extend their lead at the top of the table to 6 points, but with a game in hand. There's a gentleman with a hangover from yesterday. Good to see Buerta in the house as well. Card is picked up from kickoff. So ready to get the second half underway. It's the Golden Arrows attacking the goal to the right-hand side. Dwandwe retake of the opening kick here. We have confirmation for you, by the way, of that yellow card for Arrows just before the break. It went to Lungelo Dube, who's just back from suspension after an accumulation of cards. No changes in the Arrows lineup. They made 3 coming into this game. Sundowns with a fresh side, 8 changes from the cup win. They had a interesting encounter in the first round of the Nedbank Cup, but in the end, after a little bit of a scare, some progress against Sibanye Golden Stars. 5-2 was the final score. It's notable that they have not kept a clean sheet, Mamelodi Sundowns, in their last 5 matches. 3 of which, of course, were in the Champions League. Then the league game against Magesi, where they were behind, had to fight their way back for a 2-1 victory. And the cup match last weekend, where they won by 5-2. Golden Arrows coming into this game with a very poor record against Mamelodi Sundowns, particularly of late. Managed a draw here away 4 seasons ago. For the rest, have had some rather heavy defeats, notably earlier on in this campaign when they lost in the Carling knockout by 5-0. Looking a lot more competitive today. Sibia back to Shitolo. Taron and Keenan Phillips back in the lineup on the right-hand side. No way through for Van Roy. He'll get the free kick against Aubrey Modiba.
You can see Sundowns just retaining possession there, trying to force Arrows. Eventually they're going to have to come out and try and get an equalizer.
I'm showing you Dube here just to confirm his yellow card. Dwandwe. Too many men in yellow around him, and so Ribeiro comes away with it. Quena Alende. All of a sudden, fairly pedestrian here at Attridgeville, out wide from Alende. Peter Sharulile of late's become a little bit of an impact player for Mamelodi Sundowns. Reyna's started many more games than he has this season.
Interesting to see that battle for top man. Reyna's came in, hit the floor running. Look at Orlando Pirates, it's between Mabasa and Mahopa.
Modiba, great shot, just wide. That would have come, had it been on target through a maze of players there, would have been fairly difficult for Watenga to see. It's normally the range that Tebogo Mokoena likes to have a strike from.
He does pack a punch when he catches it over Modiba. Also a favourite for the free kicks close to the in and around the box. Educated left foot of his.
Got a little bit chilly outside there. The coaches put a little sweater on. Now the decision and the yellow card. Dinyowa into the book, despite his protests. Foul on Tele.
Right about high foot there. Follow through.
Shaking his head because he feels he got the first touch. That was Chipper United, of course, and this time last season, and it's fairly tough in terms of that right back position. Sibia and Tele are the two men over the ball. The likes of Shitolo, Manchignani going forward. They've got the big man Bongani Tele in there as well. Sundowns has been ordered back a little bit. Not the biggest wall you're ever going to have, Kodisang and Allende. Is there a response here from Arrows? In towards goal, and a really tempting ball. Shitolo might well have got a touch in there. Just got away from it. It was really inviting stuff from Sponele Tele. Might have settled a little early there, Shitolo. Sundowns will now be looking for that insurance goal just to stretch the lead and give themselves a little more comfort. League games unbeaten against Golden Arrows, 10 wins and 4 draws. Golden Arrows' last away win was in the 2008-2009 season, won 4-2 here in Pretoria. You were probably still playing in those days.
Yeah, I was.
That's how long ago that was.
Can you believe it?
Modiba cuts inside on Van Roy. Strikes the referee. That'll be a drop ball in favour of Arrows. Excuse me, should be in favour of Sundowns. Allende to Kodisang. Sundowns throw in. This is Modiba. Now down the line, little run from Reyners. Was he impeded by Phillips? The referee saw nothing untoward, so we have a goal kick. Phillips and Reyners having a little go at each other.
There's a small nudge in the back there for Reyners.
Phillips' career, of course, beginning at Bidvest Wits. He was still a teenager when he made his debut against Kaizer Chiefs of all teams. Time at City Sport United and Swallows before joining Arrows. Well, this man is impressing today with just his his physical presence, his work rate. He's aggressive, he's big and he's strong, and he's a handful for the defenders.
Just need to add a few goals, but certainly brings a different dimension up front for Golden Arrows.
He is on a yellow, so he's got to be a little bit careful. We've had yellows for him, for Ndwandwe and for Lungelo Dube. Kodisang under pressure from Phillips. Eventually the foul goes to Kodisang. Remember, he was barely 17 years old when he made his debut at Platinum Stars. Now Ribeiro, crowd want a little bit more forward movement here from Mamelodi Sundowns. With high percentage of possession, there's plenty of time as far as the players are concerned. No real rush. Wind's picked up a little bit too.
It looks like Arrows not falling into the trap with Sundowns. Sticking behind. Ron, Dube, and
chance to turn for Rainers. Stuck in the feet there of Kodisang. Modiba. Lovely football. Kodisang looks up now, and the flag was up.
Yeah, Modiba was hesitant. He knew that Kodisang was offside. Waiting for him to stay on side. He can do that.
I think that's the first offside call from the linesman on the far side. Siacha. She got that one 100% correct. Made a bit of history in the Carling knockout final earlier this season. Now look at Sabia teasing his way. Oh, Allende leaning in. Sabia looking for something. Referee not interested.
Well positioned to make a goal. Shoulder there, and giving way.
Was there some contact, minimal contact?
I think that was earlier clash just before the possession.
Thumbs up is the signal from the medical staff. A bit of a scratchy start here, the first 10 minutes of the second half.
Yeah, Sundowns just in possession. Arrows really not going for it. Niggles here and there. Looks like he's managed to shake that off. Coach here trying to give a few instructions there.
I'm not sure after all of his time in Portugal whether Kodisang and the coach are having a discourse in English or in Portuguese. Might ask him afterwards if that's the case. In the meantime, Knox Mutizwa standing by to come on for Golden Arrows, throwing some of the experienced guns into this fight. It'll be the first change of the game. They're quite sensibly actually going to be taking off Tere, and not for any other reason, I don't think, than for the fact that he is on that yellow card, and with his physicality, the chances of another one are perhaps a little heightened than they would be for any other player.
Yeah, agreed. I think just a bit of protection there. But at the same time, gives you a different dimension. There's Knox Mutizwa. Experience, quality in front of goal.
Koza under pressure as well. Posing figure at the back, Koza. Williams flirting a little bit with danger. Kakana will just bang this downfield in search of Rainers. Off the chest now. Rainers does well. Lots of space on the right-hand side. Shalulile waits, so does Kodisang and Reyners up front. That's good pressure from Arrows. No, illegal pressure, says the referee from Taylor.
Undecided there. Taylor applies the pressure.
Now, are they going to get Mutizwa on before this kick? No, is the answer.
Started that last piece of action from Mundiniela. It's going to see him be substituted. We can see some action on the bench for Sundowns.
Now, a little ball in back towards the keeper, and Shalulile hunting that down. Good strong header from Phillips, clears the danger, finds Taron. Sibia, what can he conjure up? Oh, that's given away. Back with Allende, Mokoena, Kodisang, Modiba. Free on the left, eventually found by Allende. Long-range efforts. Got to have won a game from Mokoena.
Nothing wrong with that.
So Arrows making the first change. Bongani Kele off, knocks Mutizwa on. As we have a look at this shot again from Mokoena.
They never use the laces, a bit of a side foot there.
Good effort today from Taylor. Deserves the congratulations of his teammates. Mutizwa, 61 goals for Arrows in his time with the club. No man has scored more for the team from Durban. Can he add a second this season? He got one against Marumo Gallants back in September. But Roy, oh, gets there ahead of Williams. Referee says corner.
Moments of hesitation there from Zanzi's number one. Great awareness there in Ndwandwe.
Ndwandwe, not from Roy, excuse me. Ndwandwe down, still receiving treatment. London Williams not happy with the officiating and not happy with himself either, I don't think. There's been some pain there in Ndwandwe. Needs to vacate the pitch. So treatment for him means that we can get on with the game. I'm not too sure Arrows want to take this corner too quickly. But Ndwandwe feeling it in the groin area. Dele will take the corner. They've got numbers in there, particularly at the back post. Delivered, little flick on from Phillips. Still bobbing around there. That's going to go harmlessly away in the end for a goal kick. So still down to 10 as Ndwandwe looks to make his way back on. Mamelodi Sundowns with a double change. Keegan Johannes got his first run out for Sundowns last week in the Cup. Tashrik Matthews came on against Magesi and turned things around in the last league match that they played. Kodisang goes off. And the other change, Dinyowa will depart. So Johannes, is he going to go to right back? He can play anywhere, Keegan Johannes, centre back, right back. Gavin Hunt at one stage thought his best position would be as a central midfielder, as a holding midfielder. Big and strong and good engine about him.
Calm in possession as well. Looks like he is going to slot at the right back.
Well, that's where he's made his name, I suppose, Keegan Johannes. Now Williams to Kakana. He just hoofed it forward. The goalkeeper might have just done that. He has a chance. Cut out by Koza. Nice little covering challenge there from Koza. Sometimes a little disruptive, these changes. Let's see what sort of fluidity Sundowns can get back into their play. Good pressure from Van Rooij. Maybe a chance for Motizwa here. Good sliding challenge from Allende, who spotted the danger. Ronald Williams off the side of the boot. Back in for Van Rooij. Motizwa away from Khoza. Couple of flutters of the heart there for the coach, I think. Allende.
You mentioned it, Mark, a little bit scrappy from both sides.
Now Shalolile showing some pace, gets the first touch, gets the ball out wide as well, very cleverly to Ribeiro. He has Reyners. Reyners square, Shalolile! Oh, that's super. That is Mamelodi Sundowns at their best. Peter Shalolile with the finishing touch. But how well they worked that from deep to double the scoreline.
That was a great team goal. Great movement, great hold-up play there from Reyners. That man that came in as a substitute, pretty effective. It was Shalolile that chased it down. Great pass to Ribeiro, finding Reyners. Mentioned great awareness here from Reyners. Excellent two touches there from Relief. A control and a volley.
Seven goals in all competitions now for Peter Shalolile, who moves his total in South African football in the top flight to 124. Third in the league for the Namibian, whose last league goals were a double against Cape Town City back in October. I'll be delighted to be back on the score sheet in the Betway Premiership. He's got some way to go to catch Ribeiro in those goal-scoring stakes. There's Jaden Adams looking to come on for his new club. Spent big money on Adams, did Mamelodi Sundowns. Gave him a little bit of a run out in the cup match last weekend, some 18 minutes of action. And this will be his first league appearance for the Brazilians. Matthews immediately into the thick of things. Ball to Matthews. That was a handball from Tyrone, but play continues. Is the referee going to come back for a sanction on that? Free kick here. Was it accidental from Brandon Tyrone? Free kick in Mokoena range. Reyners and Phillips still having a go at each other.
It's a friendly one up. Yeah, now we see why. After the first time this evening, snatching at the heels of Reyners.
Right in front of the referee as well. Well, that's Reyners' last bit of action. One ex-Stellenbosch man makes way for another as Jaden Adams comes on. This is a chance for the home fans to appreciate his skills. Remember, they've got to save legs for what is a hectic schedule this month for Mamelodi Sundowns. SuperSport on Wednesday here. Orlando Pirates at Loftus on Saturday. TS Galaxy away at the Bombela Stadium next Tuesday, the 11th of February. So this squad will be used to its maximum, you would think. Golden Arrows, by the way, go away to Cape Town City on Wednesday and then have the weekend off because they were scheduled to play against Royal AM. Unless there's a drastic change in their situation, it looks as if Arrows can watch everybody else play this coming weekend. So Mokoena on target, but straight at Matenga.
A decent effort there. It was Mokoena range, had enough space to get it up and over the wall, and too straight there.
Kana will go back to Williams. I just like to play a little bit with the opponents, Ronald Williams.
Very confident in possession is Williams.
And such a natural there in the middle. Touch of the Allende about him, and he'll do everything simply with calm precision. The old side were held yesterday against Sekhukhune United. Same time as the derby. It's rather unfortunate that they were fixtured to play then. Allende out wide. Keegan Johannes gets the cross in. Watenga in business again. Coming up here for the final 20 minutes of this Betway Premiership clash. Golden Arrows looking to make 2 changes themselves. Menzi Masuku, who joined from Royal Air at the end of his contract at the end of last season, is coming on, and Sazigumbe will be joining him. Sibia, we hear, is one of the players going off. One of Sundowns' ambitions coming into this match, on top of course claiming all 3 points, would be to keep a clean sheet. A little leaky since the new coach arrived.
They've conceded 5 in the league. And as you say, that's uncharacteristic of the Sundown side.
As things stand now, they'll go 6 clear of Orlando Pirates, but with a game in hand as Ribeiro is stopped in his tracks. Good challenge from Manchignani. He's missed just a single league game this season, played at right back in the last match, and then in the centre of defence alongside Chitolo. So Menzi Masuku, former winner of the best goal of the season. I don't know if you remember that one for Orlando Pirates when he was still a youngster.
Yeah, I do.
Manchignani and Sibia are the 2 to go off, and then Sazigumbe to come on as well. Gumbi in his 4th season with Arrows makes his 3rd appearance as a sub in the league this season, yet to start a match. Masuku's 31 years old now. It seems just the other day he was a promising young star at Orlando Pirates, went off to Bloemfontein Celtic and Chipper United thereafter. 3 seasons with Royal AM. Mokoena. Kakana. Header from Chitolo. Matthews giving chase here. He's got support behind him. Good strong challenge from Chitolo. What's the ref say? Is that a free kick or a corner? Looks a free kick against Chitolo. Big strong challenge there on Tashrik Matthews, and it's getting a little feisty. Ribeiro didn't like that challenge. Gladwin Chitolo will be dealt with momentarily by the referee. His first priority these days, and it's clearly stated in the referee manual, check the injured player's condition first and then deal with the offender. But oh yeah, that is a little bit on the nasty side.
Nasty indeed.
Apologies from Gladwin Chitolo, but he will pick up a caution for his troubles. 4 bookings now for Arrows in this game. Zungu provides height. Shalolile could get off the ground quite impressively. Khan has come forward. What's Mokoena going to do here? Plays it along the ground. Might have caught Allende by surprise, I think. Might as well bring Ronwen Williams into play. Another long ball up front. Phillips under a bit of pressure. Play on, says the referee. Masuku gets his first touch. Stolen away by Matthews. Allende. Last touch off Ndwandwe. 9th season in Arrow's colours for Ndwandwe. Had a lot of problems with his shin splints, which kept him out for quite some time. Really battled. It's one of those injuries that very difficult to get rid of. I remember Daniel Cardoso had the same affliction in the early part of his career.
Very little you can do with the shin splints, just
rest and more rest.
Yeah.
This is Ndwandwe down again. The challenge with Kekana. Ooh, yes, does catch him on the follow through. Referee's a long way off, as you can see from that picture. Have we got it here? Coming up this week, if you're in the capital city area in Pretoria, the trophy tour for the FIFA Club World Cup, which will be happening in June, July in the United States. It's Pretoria, chance for you to maybe have a picture taken with a trophy that Sundowns will be challenging for in June. They play against Fluminense, against Ulsan of South Korea, and against Borussia Dortmund, who were the runners-up in the Champions League last season. Games in Orlando, Cincinnati and Miami in the Club World Cup. First South African club to go to the new expanded Club World Cup, although Sundowns have been in the old version, the shorter one in 2017 in Qatar. Didn't do terribly well there. We'll be hoping to show a little bit of Mzansi magic on the world stage. June, July, we're looking forward to that competition and South African representation. 4 African teams in a 32-team field. Alatli Wydad with Rulani Mokoena in charge as well, and Esperance of Tunisia. Here is Matthews, keeper's out. This should be a finish for Ribeiro, who puts it wide. He will be frustrated. Now you wonder if it's nice and tight at the end of the season in the goal-scoring charts, whether he'll be thinking of this one over and over again.
Yeah, excellent pass there from Jaden Adams. And the goal gaping, tried to be too accurate there, Ribeiro. Clearly unhappy.
Had a good game tonight, the Brazilian. Some lovely passes over the top of the defence, looking to bring other players in. Polished penalty finish to give Sundowns the lead just before the break. Lots of steals as well, coming back to help in the midfield.
Yeah, he protects the ball so well. Shows his physicality as Lucas Ribeiro.
Before they get to the Club World Cup, of course, Mamelodi Sundowns have got the small matter of this season's Champions League. We're waiting for the draw date. Here goes Ribeiro. Oh, that's a nasty one from Teron, who takes one for the team, and another yellow. "31 years old now is Brandon Teron."
Ribeiro, he turns on the afterburners. Does have a lot of pace about him. Bit of a rugby tackle there, Theron.
from Williams. Flick on from Shalulile. Matthews. Still Matthews. Steals it away. Can he set up Ribeiro? Can he make up for that miss? He sets up Shalulile unselfishly. And another goal for Mamelodi Sundowns. Another team goal, Stanton Fredericks.
Brilliant stuff there. Matthews chasing down possession. Picks the pocket of Phillips. Finds Ribeiro and unselfishly lays it on to a teammate that has come on into this game and changed it. Peter Shalulile strikes again.
Yet another goal for the Namibia International. Why is the coach shaking his head? That was excellently done. Tashik Matthews as well. His persistence in winning it here, taking it away from Keenan Phillips. Have a look at that for skill. Laying it inside. Ribeiro thought about it. I mean, let's give it a Shalulile. Simple finish. One that a man of Shalulile's quality is not going to miss. A little tap in with the left there.
What can that man not do, Ribeiro? Involved in almost every goal here this evening.
The celebration, I noticed, involved the pulling down of the pants a little bit. I wonder if there was a little play on the fact that Shalulile always has his pants as high as he possibly can. His shirt neatly tucked in, as is the case here again. Well, you've got to give it to the coach. It seemed a very harsh substitution before half-time, taking off Kulise. But almost immediately, Shalulile, in the thick of things, set up the penalty for the half-time lead, and he's grabbed 2 goals for himself in this second half as Shalulile.
Yeah, I don't think it was the performance from Kulise. I think it was just a tactical change where he committed Shalulile and played with 2 strikers.
Now, is there consolation here? Header over the top from Shitoro. Frustration for him. That goal against Kaizer Chiefs given him a bit of an appetite for pushing up front. Got there ahead of Keenan Phillips, who was maybe in a better position had he called hard enough, and had Shitoro left it. Now, I'm sure Arrows are wondering, are we going to get another 5 here? As was the score in the Carling knockout. First round exit for Arrows in both cup competitions this season. Roman Williams again flirting with danger. Lende. Oh, that's great speed from Keegan Johannes to catch Sponele Kele. Pressure on Shitoro. Ribeiro steals it now. Watenga's in trouble. Goalkeeper's out. What's Ribeiro going to do? Is he going to set up Shalulile? Watenga's done well. Really has. I think Ribeiro in 2 minds there.
I don't blame him. I don't blame him. You could see what he wanted to see. Do rather. And Watenga. Brilliant recovery there. If it wasn't 3-0, I would have been on Ribeiro and said, why didn't he shoot? But it's understandable.
Well, the game opening up a little bit now. Some tired bodies out there, and good effort in this game from Arrows. No reward for a feisty performance, but to be fair, they've just been out-muscled here by the quality of the champions. It just helped their goal difference a little bit as well. This 3-goal spread, which might yet be a little bit more. They come in with a +19, so it's up to 22, and Pirates, of course, plus 18. It's also tight in that department. It's going to be a bit tougher, I fancy, on Wednesday against SuperSport United, and then a lot tougher on Saturday. Is that the final before the final in the Betway Premiership? Pirates against Mamelodi Sundowns at Loftus Versfeld, Saturday afternoon.
As you mentioned, sold out affair.
Yep. Good turn from Tashrik Matthews. He really has a box of tricks about him. Keenan Phillips away. Mokoena gets stuck in there. Shalulile. Here's Modiba. Back to Tebogo Mokoena. Sees a gap, goes for goal, gets a deflection, and it's in the back of the net for Tebogo Mokoena. No chance for the keeper. A little unfortunate there with the deflection. And he'll savor the moment. Mokoena started the season, of course, on the bench, to many people's surprise. Bouncing back now with his first league goal of the campaign.
You knew exactly what he was going to do when he came to him. Bit of space, one touch. A little bit fortunate with the deflection, but the intention was clear. Controlled it, seen the space, and nailing the coffin from Tebogo Mokoena.
Little unfortunate touch of Van Rooij, of Gumbi rather, 27th career goal for Tebogo Mokoena at club level, and some celebration from Lebusa and Onyanga. They have a little side bet on that. Someone's won some money there, but I wonder of those 27, if we were to go back on all of them, how many of them have come with a long-range effort from Tebogo Mokoena. Four goals to the good now, Mamelodi Sundowns. Good home debut in a league match for new coach Miguel Cardoso.
Sundowns turning on the style, losing the confidence, has to be said. Shifted gears in the second half.
There's Modiba, Ribeiro, in for Shalulile. That could have been a hat-trick. I think there was a little touch in there that put him off.
I think in front, Modiba, yeah, great defensive slide tackle there.
Gumbi out wide. Duandre battled away today, had one or two little half chances, self-created as well, we might add. Good effort from him. Now another yellow. Keegan Johannes this time. Mr. Kistor from Cape Town has been busy. Mutizwa holds this up. Masuku battling away, gets it out wide. Here's Ndwandwe into the middle. They're looking for Mutizwa. Beaten in the air by Kekana, not once but twice. Back in from Phillips, foot up from the fullback. It'll be a free kick in favour of Mamelodi Sundowns.
Phillips not popular with the Sundowns players.
No, he caught Matthews there again, and Matthews
Dangerous.
feeling that on the tip of the toe. Not a bad way to spend your early Sunday evening, celebrating team success here in the stands at Attridgeville. forget, if you're in the area, be back again on Wednesday when we have Mtshwane Derby. SuperSport hosting Mamelodi Sundowns. Time wasting against Kekana. Tuesday night, Kaizer Chiefs hosting AmaZulu at Soccer City, and Magesi home to Chippa United, Richards Bay home to Marumo Gallants. Wednesday, SuperSport Mamelodi Sundowns will be the big match, along with Sekhukhune hosting Orlando Pirates. Cape Town City home to Golden Arrows. City were beaten earlier on today by TS Galaxy, who will have Polokwane as their next visitors also on Wednesday. All of those games, by the way, 7:30 kickoff, so almost a full set of fixtures. Royal AM against Stellenbosch is postponed. Everyone, though, will be looking ahead to Saturday and Pirates Sundowns. What about an early prediction from you?
We'll hold it because I'm here on Wednesday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Firmly on the fence, Fredericks. There'll be 2 late changes for Golden Arrows as we move into stoppage time. For the moment, eyes on Shalulile as he looks for a hat-trick. Ball intended for Matthews there. There's the Ndwandwe. Right, before we get this corner taken, Arrows will make a double change. Tokozane, Lukele and Nhlanhla Zwane coming on. Dube and Van Roy go off. Both of the players coming on formerly with JDR Stars. And in fact, Zwane also had a little run with Amatax. Three minutes of stoppage time will not give them much opportunity to get involved in this game, but we do have another corner for Golden Arrows here. Maybe a consolation in these final 120 seconds. Mutiza, presumably the target man. There with that left foot to try and curl it in on goal. It's Arrows who've won the corner count here tonight. Up in the air from Allende. Yet another opportunity from the set piece in the final minute of this game. Arrows looking for a consolation. Is there a goal here for the visitors? Is there going to be a clean sheet for Mamelodi Sundowns tonight? Here's the breakaway. They're all steaming forward. Ribeiro, Matthews, Mokwena's in there, Shalulile. Phillips does well to chase back, but he's given away a free kick here on the edge of the area. Yellow card for him as well.
Showed a lot of pace there to catch up to Ribeiro. And just bringing him down on the edge of the box, just outside.
That's the 6th yellow card of the night for Lamontville Golden Arrows, and instead of them having the last attack of the game, it's going to be a free kick opportunity here for Sundowns to make it 5 and match their last scoreline when they hosted Golden Arrows earlier this season in the Carling knockouts.
I think this one a little bit too close to the goal for Mokwena and Simuniba. Ribeiro.
well over the 3 minutes added on. This is presumably the last bit of action here tonight. The last bit of action on what's been a very interesting weekend of Betway Premiership action. Allende or Modiba? Take your choice here. Modiba with the left. He's going to play it short. Mokoena with a shot. Cleverly blocked. And that's Mr. Kistor says that is that. Mamelodi Sundowns, comfortable winners here, with Peter Shalalina grabbing a double. The early goal came from the penalty spot from Lucas Ribeiro, and Tebogo Mokoena just put the cherry on top of the cake.
In the first stanza, a lot of stealth and defensive prowess showed by Golden Arrows. They always ask, will they have enough steam